So I'm over here weeding some garlic right now, and there's this big storm coming up right over here. And so we're actually hoping that the storm passes by and doesn't rain on us, because we need about another half a day of dry weather so we can till the soil and plant some seeds and get some transplants in. But we're really hoping we just need half more day. Just really, like I said last week, sometimes when you're hoping that, like, hours before you want to do something, the storm comes by, drops a little rain. Last week we had the flood, so we don't really want any more water for a couple more days. Oh man, so glad it passed by. Whew. I guess it's safe to say we won't get any rain right now. Alright, so now we're just going to finish up the garlic, and by this afternoon we'll plant some seeds, maybe even some transplants.
To here, all the way up to the very tippy top. And obviously you're not going to be able to put them straight in like that, especially you're going to come across ones that are like that tall, so you got to lay them on their side like I showed you before. So we want to get them down as deep as we can still, and then just make sure that this top is going to come up where the mark is, and you want a little depression around it. Make sure you backfill into the stem so you don't break the stem when you fill in. Remember where your root ball is, because that's where most important is to firm down. Okay. Not again. Every time I have the camera on the tractor, it seems to break down. So we got a big push going on today. Weather report says there's about 1 inch of rain, 1/2 inch size of hail, as well as damaging winds and maybe a possible tornado today. So we have to get all the transplants in, all the bell peppers need to go in, and there's a lot going on. And there's our tractor. So what I'm doing is I'm planting in blocks of four rows of one variety, and then I'm in between the rows. I mean, like 1/3 down, 1/4 down. I'm changing varieties along the way. So in this bed here, we're gonna have like at least 30 different varieties of vegetables between the corn and the beans. Over there we planted basil, and we did corn, beans, and then we did some okahejiki, which is land seaweed. Pretty awesome stuff. It's great for sautés. Then we came on this side of the creek over here, and we planted in all of our peppers. We started going on the tomatoes. It's rained for like maybe 45 seconds, really big drops, and I was like getting nervous because big drops mean big storms. And then it kind of held off. We just finished the tomatoes. Yes! And now we've got this big storm coming right over our head here. So over here, when we're doing transplanting, instead of like a tape measure or a string line, we put a clamp on the back of the tractor. The tractor drives down, the clamp makes an indent in the soil, and that's where you know where the lines are at. So you can have 3 clamps for 3 rows, 2 clamps for 2 rows. Then each plant, determinate tomatoes are 18 inches apart. Those are the short bushy kind. Indeterminate tomatoes get like really, really tall. Those ones are 2 feet apart. And instead of using a tape measure and guessing, we have a stick. The stick has 2 different markers on there. And so we swipe the stick down, we go in the next mark, swipe it down, and we end up getting the distance of 18 inches or 24 inches. For smaller plants like celery root, basils and stuff, we basically measure our hand. And let's say my hand as a closed fist with the knuckle poked way out, that's about 5.5 inches. If I do the hang loose sign, that's around 8 inches. And so I can kind of guesstimate if I need 10 inches, I can go hang loose, and then just a little bit more, and that's 10 inches. Makes the transplanting go so much faster. Alright, so the problem with the tractor before is that it wouldn't start. So all day long while we're trying to transplant all of our peppers and eggplants and tomatoes is that we have to keep jumping the tractor with the car. But now we had another issue. The tractor won't steer. Power steering is out. So it's just another one of these big push dramas.